Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will talk about that sequence control. What is the meaning of sequence control, and we will explain all the various categories of sequence control. The first question is, what is sequence control? The sequence control, that is the control of execution of the operations like both primitives and user defined, that is termed as sequence control. So basically sequence control is used to control the order of execution of any operation. That is the main role of sequence control. And we can say the sequence control structure is completely categorized into four groups, or we can say the actual level of four different levels. We can say expression. First is expression, that is a basic building blocks for all the statements, and we are just expressing how at are manipulated and chained by any kind of programmers. The second will be the statement like as a conditional statement, iteration statement, and so on. Declarative statement is all about the database. We are creating a database and applying all those rules and fact and calculating all the logical programs through the declarative programming. And the last one will be the subprogram. The program will be divided into subprograms, and that sometimes it treated as a coroutines from a different way to transfer the control from one segment to another segment. So we will cover entire levels through this video. So let's start with the next page. So we will just talk about what is the sequence control. Control structure, that is a PL like programming language, provides a basic framework within which operations and data are combined, or we can say that is a merged into a program or a set of programs. Or on the other hand, sequence control structure, sometimes it refers to the line by line execution by which statements are executed sequentially in the same order in which they appear in the program. They might, for example, carry out a series of read or write operations, arithmetic operations, or assignments to the particular variable. The sequence control structure is the simplest of the basic fundamental control structure. Then we will learn about these things. So these are the actual difference between sequence control and data control. The control we already I already talked about that sequence control, that is the control of the order of execution of the operations. Apart from this, data control, that is the control of transmission of data among subprograms of any kind of program. So these are the sequence control. It may be categorized into four groups. You can see all the expressions like expression. In computer science, an expression is a syntactic entity in a programming language that may be evaluated to determine its value. So basically, expression is a combination of one or more constant like variable, functions, and operators that the programming language interprets and compute to provide or produce another values. So this process for mathematical expression, that is called a particular evaluation. So this is the actual expression. We can say 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So this is the actual expression, like 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 is the complete expression. Another term, that is statement. In computer programming, a statement is a syntactic unit of an imperative programming language that expresses some actions to be carried out. A program written in a such language is formed by a sequence of one or more statements. A statement may have internal components. We can say that is the actual, we can say that is the expression part. So statement can be included all the conditional and iterative structure. So next one is declarative programming. We talk about that the declarative programming is based on database and some facts and rules. We can use it through the Prolog programming, that is the programming logic we can use in artificial intelligence. So declarative programming, that is a programming paradigm, a style of building the structure and elements of computer programs that expresses the logic of a computation without describing its flow control, or we can say the control flow. So many languages that apply this style attempt to minimize or eliminate side effects by describing what the program must accomplish in terms of the problem domain rather than describe how to accomplish it as a sequence of the program language primitives. So this is the actual contrast of descriptive or declarative programming language. So we can say all other declarative programming languages like SQL, XQuery, regular expression, logical programming, and so on. So these are the actual example. And declarative programming, sometime it can be used as a theory of a formal logics. So next is a subprogram. What is subprogram? A subprogram is a sequence or just divided into small sections, or each section that is called subprogram. So subprogram is a kind of sequence or instructions whose execution is invoked from one or more remote locations in a program, with the expectation that when the subprogram execution is complete, execution resumes at the instructions after the one that invoke the subprogram. In high-level languages, subprograms are also called subroutines, or sometimes is treated as procedures and functions. In object-oriented languages, they are usually called methods or constructor. In most modern high-level languages, subprograms can have parameters, local variables, and return value. So this is the actual description of subprogram. So we can say subprogram is just divided into number of programs, and we can invoke the coroutine concept through this one. This is the actual concept of sequential control. We can say these are the actual types of sequence control divided into two parts: implicit sequence control and explicit sequence control. The term implicit and explicit takes some getting used to when you first hear them. When you hear them in terms of programming, what exactly does that mean to you? Is one way better than another? So here we explain all the details of implicit and explicit. So sometime implicit sequence control defined by the programming language itself, it will generate automatically. So most of the languages define physical sequence as a sequence in which statements are executed. So we can say that is a composition sequence control is like a implicit sequence control that will be generated automatically, that will be executed automatically. Apart from this, explicit sequence control that is defined by the programmer, or programmer will use accordingly. So programmer can use like go to statement and use some parentheses within expression. So these are the examples of explicit programming language. So implicit is often used to refer to something that is done for you by other code behind the scenes. Explicit is the manual approach to accomplishing the change you wish to have by writing out the instructions to be done explicitly. Right, so these are the actual concept of implicit and explicit. So we can say go to statement is used as a explicit sequence control. So these are the details of expression. Sequence control within expression. Sequence control refers to users action and computer logic that initiate, interrupt, or terminate transitions. Sequence control governs the transitions from one transition to the next. So general design objective include consistency of control actions, minimize need of control actions that minimize memory load on the users, with flexibility of sequence control to adapt to different users' need. So method of sequence control require explicit attention in interface design, and many published guidelines deal with the particular topic. So we can say the sequence control within expression that divided into categories like we can say the arithmetic, relational, and logical expressions. So as you know, these are the actual expression. When we talk about arithmetic expression like 2 plus 3, these are the actual addition. We can say all addition, subtraction, division, multiplications expressions, including the including all the expression, like we can say these are the arithmetic expressions. Relational expression, we can say like a plus b is greater than c, like or another terms operator like equals to, not equals to sign, less than sign, less greater than sign, less than or equals to sign, greater than, or there are many more operators. That is, these are the relational operators. So we can take some number of examples through this topic. Another expression is logical expression. Logical expression, we can say these are the actual, like a is greater than b, m percentile, b less than c. So we can use some logics through this logical expressions. So an expression involving logical operator is called a logical expression. As you can see, the and, or, not, and, or, these are the logical expressions. Logical expressions or logical operators. Now this is the important term in sequence control, that is precedence and associativity. So we are comparing these two terms, precedence, that is called priority, and associativity. The two operators characteristics determine how operands group with operators like precedence and associativity. Precedence is the priority for grouping different types of operator with their operands. And apart from this, associativity is the left to right or right to left order for grouping operands to operator that have the same precedence. An operator's precedence is meaningful only if another operators with higher or lower precedence are present, and expressions with higher precedence operators are evaluated first, and the grouping of operands can be forced by using parentheses. So we can take this one from different patterns, like b is equal to 9, c is equal to 5, and we can take finally like a is equal to b and b is equal to c. So we can define the precedence and associativity like this. Unitary plus and minus, these are the another assignment operators. We can use it through precedence and associativity. Sequence control is sometimes uh, justified or defined through the expression tree. So we can convert the expression into the expression tree. The expression tree is like a binary tree in which each internal node corresponds to operator and each leaf node correspond to operand. So for example, you can see the representation of expression a plus b is multiplication with the c minus d. So we can convert the expression into the binary expression tree. So that is the in order traversal or expression tree produce in fixed version of the given postfix expressions. Now after the expression tree, we just define, we will talk about prefix, postfix, and infix notations. So infix notations like a x plus y, that is the infix notation. Operators are written in between their operands, that is infix notation. Expressions such as a multiply by in brackets b plus c, so that is the infix notations. We can denote like a plus b or x plus y, that is completely it is most suitable for binary direct operations. Apart from that prefix notations, like operators are written before their operands. The expression like plus xy, I'm talking about postfix x plus y, that is the postfix refer to notation in which the operator symbol is placed after its two operands. We can the operators take place after the two operands. Operator will take place after that. And now just prefix notations, like operators are written before their operands. We can see the prefix notations asterisk xy minus ab operators will define before the operands. So this is the prefix notations. As you can see, these are the actual explanation about these three. So we will just we can convert all the notations, like we are converting infix into postfix, and we can convert also infix into prefix. So these are the actual conversion. After completing this video, we will talk about the conversion from these notations. So these are the actual sequence control with expression, like semantics of expression. We are evaluating all the expressions, like evaluating rules of a postfix expression states. These are the actual evaluation, and evaluation of postfix expression. You can use this postfix expression is without parenthesis and can be evaluated as two operands and an operator at a time. So this becomes easier for the compiler or computer to handle. So we can understand through the steps, or we can learn through the algorithms. So this is the evaluation of postfix expression. Now evaluation of infix expression. So to evaluate an infix expression, the idea is to do the following. Like step 1, we talk about the tokenize the infix expression and store the tokens inside a list. After that, the converting the infix expression into postfix expression, and finally we are just performing step 1 and step 2. Sometimes we are referring like infix to postfix conversion. This is the important conversion in this in the sequence control. So sequence control within expression, and now we are talking about the execution time reference. Yeah, we can say execution time representation. So execution time representation, we are considering the execution time with the worst case execution time, that is denoted as WCET, the longest execution time for any possible combination of inputs, and best case execution time, that is BCET, the shortest execution time for any possible combination of inputs. After that, average case execution time for typical inputs. So translation will execute through this. Translation is existing completed into the two phase. Like in first phase, the basic tree control structure for expression is established, and another stage whole evaluation process takes place. So this is the translation process, and we can consider to the compilation process. These are the machine code sequence, and these are the three terms we can discuss. Machine code sequence, what will be the machine code sequence? Like expression can be translated into machine code, and after that the tree will be generated. The expression can be executed directly with the tree representation. And last, we already discussed like prefix or postfix notations. These are the actual form of sequence control. So we can discuss about the problem. Like we can take the problems like from evaluating expression with variables in terms of temperature, evaluating expression with variables word problems, and and problem will arise accordingly the evaluating expression with the variables word problems. So these are the many problems, but now we are talking about the uniform evaluation code. Uniform evaluation code is just eager evaluation rules. For each operation node, the first evaluate each of the operands, then apply the operation to the evaluated operands. And eager evaluation rule is very important. So you can see the actual problem during the conversion. And the uniform evaluation code is just divided into two categories: eager evaluation and lazy evaluation rules. So Lisp Prolog use sometimes lazy rules because there is no certain sequence in declarative programming. So we can approach the lazy evaluation rule in declarative language or Lisp program and Snowball programming interface. These are the actual side effects. The user operation may have side effect in expression. Expression can be changed, like c divided by functions. We are taking functions in terms of y plus c. So these are the actual side effects. Another third problem is a short circuit Boolean expression. Boolean expression sometimes cannot be justified through the results as per results we want, but it doesn't match with the requirements. sequence control with this statement. Basic statements are assignment statement, input and output statement, declaration statement, and go to statement. And go to statement is that comes under the explicit sequence control. So these are the statement that comes under the sequence control, as you can see, and these are the basic terminology. Like we are talking about the break statement, and earlier exist from and loop can be accomplished by using break statement, and the statement level sequence control including the implicit sequence control, and the implicit sequence control about statement that is divided into composition type, alternation type, and iteration type. So the complete sequence will consider in this composition section, and an alternate section, alternate type, that is all about if else statement and rest of, and iteration, do while loop, that comes under the iteration type, and explicit sequence control, use of go to statement and use of break statement. These are the explicit sequence control. So this is the actual explanation of sequence control within statement. Compound statement, the number of sequences will be generated automatically. Conditional statement, if else conditions. Iteration statement, do while, and another. Now last level of sequence control is subprogram. The subprogram is a program inside any larger programs that can be reused any number of times. So the characteristics of subprogram: a subprogram is implemented using the call and return instructions in assembly language. Another characteristics, like the call instruction is present in the main program and the return instruction is present in the subprogram itself. So these are the actual steps. You can see the program is composed of single main program and so on. And we can follow the copy rule also in subprogram technique, and we can use subprogram to avoid writing the same structure. We can easily avoid this particular kind of problem. So we cannot repeat the section of code again and again. Subprogram sequence control. The first subprogram sequence control, like simple call return subprogram. So particular the following assumptions are made for a simple call return structure. The subprogram cannot be recursive. Explicit call statements are required. Subprograms must execute completely at call sometimes. And this is the actual implementation. You can see through the activation code, yeah, or we can say the activation record. Activation record is automatically generated when we are using it, and the subprogram activation that is created each time a subprogram is called using the template created from the definitions. And activation is implemented as two parts: code segmentation, and another is activation record. Activation record sometimes contains a local data and local information including all the parameters with the other data items. And now the new activation record is created each time the subprogram is called and is automatically destroyed when the subprogram returns. After completing the subprograms, the new activation record or any kind of activation record will be deleted automatically. The content keeps on changing while subprogram is executing. So these are the two environments that comes under the subsequence control, like CIP and CEP. Current instruction pointer, the pointer which points to the instruction in the code segment that is currently being executed line by line through the hardware and software interpreter. And just talk about the current environment pointer. Each activation record contains a particular record. We can say the local data, local variable. The activation record actually shows the referencing environment of the subprogram, but it shows the referencing environment using any kind of address. So recursive subprogram recursion is a powerful technique for simplifying the design of algorithm. We can say when we remove the first constraint in the list, we can get the recursion. A separate activation record, sometimes it is known as a frame. It's created for each uh, uh, evocations of the recursion subprogram, considering the cost of all instructions. and space used in the runtime stack, it is fair to say that a recursion or recursive solution is likely to be less efficient than its iterative counterpart with regard to both time and space considerations. However, for the sake of fairness, it should be stressed that the cost is due to the call instructions, not recursion itself. So this is the important term. Then in recursive subprogram call, a subprogram may call any other subprogram including all those terms. So these are the actual explanation of recursion, and both CIP and CEP terms, instruction or environment, are used to implement recursive subprograms. So this is the actual implementation of sequence control. If you like my video, you can share it, and you'll just like my video, and thanks for watching.